beautiful monster designs, cute hunting companions, and mouth-watering meals. If you're new to the franchise or a returning player, welcome in. My name is BuyInJD, and I'm here to tell you about Monster Hunter Rise. We're going to start with the very beginning and explain what Monster Hunter is as a series before we talk about where Monster Hunter Rise fits into the bigger picture. If you're a returning hunter, you might want to check out the final section, where we are going to be going through all the latest additions that Rise is bringing to the table. Monster Hunter is a cult classic franchise that started its journey to the center of our hearts in 2004, with Monster Hunter for the PlayStation 2. Since that time, the game has had over a dozen installments in the main series, multiple RPGs, and 2 MMORPGs, each with their own list of post-release content. The core gameplay loop revolves around hunting monsters and receiving monster parts as a reward for a successful hunt, either by carving your quarry with your trusty knife or by wearing down and capturing your target. You'll use these parts to craft new gear to hunt bigger and meaner monsters. Once those bigger and meaner monsters have been hunted, you'll craft their parts into bigger and meaner pieces of gear. But your armor isn't exactly going to carry you through the tough fights. Monster Hunter is a game where you get out exactly what you put in, honing your skills until they're as sharp as your blade. Before you know it, you'll be going toe-to-toe with elder dragons, the forces of nature themselves, and some pretty angry monkeys. Some of the gear will require rare monster materials, which will see you going head-to-head with your target monster a good handful of times, unless you're unlucky. This is a great opportunity to develop mastery of the monster you're facing. As you develop a feel for your target, hunts become a heart-pounding dance to the death as you step to the rhythm of the hunt. Each new hunt you embark on will see you exploring incredibly beautiful ecosystems to track down your target. Each monster is a character in and of themselves with their own habits, personality, and place in the ecosystem. It's hard not to fall in love with some of the designs and animations of these lovingly crafted behemoths. Each map that you pursue your quarry in will have their own local wildlife, secrets, and beautiful views for you to discover. You'll have plenty of time to get to know the locales as you scour them for gathering materials to help craft your armory of monster-slaying equipment. Get your friends excited, because at its heart, Monster Hunter owes its success to its cooperative gameplay, as you and 3 of your favorite friends embark on hunts together to tackle the toughest targets and share the spoils. If you find yourself without a hunting party, you are more than welcome in our Discord server, filled with hunters new and old. Check out the link in the description below for an invite. When the hunt is done, you and your friends can enjoy a soak, scoff down a lovingly rendered meal, and of course show off your new gear. How you play alongside your fellow hunters will vary between hunts depending on which weapon class you bring with you, each of which fills a unique niche. Speaking of weapon classes, one of the key aspects of this game's replayability is discovering and mastering the 14 unique weapon classes. The Sword and Shield, the Longsword, the Great Sword, Dual Blades, the Switch Axe, the Insect Glaive, the Charge Blade, the Lance, the Gun Lance, the Hammer, the Hunting Horn, the Bow, the Light Bowgun, and the Heavy Bowgun. If you'd like to learn more about all 14 of these weapons, I will be posting a quick look at each weapon for new and returning players soon. If you'd like to see how the sausage is made, ask any questions, or lend me some advice, I stream twice weekly over at twitch.tv/BuyInJD, where we frequently work on these videos and hunt with our community members. Each game typically revolves around a central town full of colourful characters who will support you through your hunts. The stories generally follow your investigation into a particular monster or some other monster-related phenomena. As you progress the story, you have the opportunity to upgrade services the village offers, improving your farmlands, the quality of food offered, the items offered at local stores, and much more. Where does Monster Hunter Rise fit in? Monster Hunter Rise is the 7th installment in the franchise, following Monster Hunter 1, Monster Hunter 2, Monster Hunter Tri, Monster Hunter 4, Monster Hunter Generations, and Monster Hunter World. There is no continuing storyline that directly connects these games, so now is the perfect time to jump in. In Rise, you'll be introduced to Kamura Village, a peaceful village nestled in the hills under threat of being destroyed by a once-in-a-generation event known only as the Rampage, a mysterious phenomena that nearly wiped Kamura Village clean off the map 50 years ago, when countless monsters descended upon it in a frenzy. The town has a clear traditional Japanese aesthetic, reminiscent of the most recent PlayStation Portable entry from 2010, Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. Rise returns to an art style more familiar to the seasoned vets among us, however retains the familiar features from the latest game, Monster Hunter World, for the PC, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. Noteworthy among the returning features are the open maps, free of load times between zones, and the latest movesets for all your favorite weapons. So what's new in Monster Hunter Rise? Monster Hunter Rise is the first game in the series to be built from the ground up for the Nintendo Switch, with the previous game on the console, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, being a port of the Nintendo 3DS game by the same title. This means that each returning monster will be treated to new models and animations. As of writing, there are 20 confirmed returning monsters, such as fan favorites Mizutsune, Tigrex, and Rajang. The rampage that Kamura Village is facing is loosely based off the Hyakki Yagyo, or Night Parade of 100 Demons, of Japanese folklore, which depicts Oni and yokai erupting into the human world in either an orderly procession or a horrible riot, depending on the story and the artist. The 9 confirmed new monsters announced as of time of writing seem to follow the Oni and yokai theme. The new monsters announced are the Magnamolo, Gosharag, Somnacanth, Bishaten, Aknosom, the Great Izuchi, Tetranodon, Rachna Kadaki, and the Almudron. Of course, there will be many more new and returning monsters to discover once we get our hands on the full game. Move aside Slinger and Clutch Claw of Monster Hunter World. Rise does away with these in favor of the new wire bugs. These big bright beetles give you extra mobility during hunts, allowing you to dodge out of the way of vicious attacks at the last minute, or regain your footing after taking a tail to the face. Wire bugs are also used to expand your weapon's movesets with the new Silk Bind attacks, giving a familiar weapon a new feel. Great wire bugs can also be found out in the field and can be used to traverse the map in the blink of an eye, or reach otherwise inaccessible spots. Use enough attacks involving wire bugs and your target will find itself tied up. In this state, they are vulnerable to a wyvern ride. Once you're riding the monster, you are in full control and able to steer your target in any direction you choose, even forcing it to slam into walls for extra damage and a knockdown. If you find yourself in a fight against more than one beastie, you can use wyvern riding to turn the tide and put a fireball in the face of your least favorite furball. Where would a hunter be without the aid of their brave hunting companions, the humble Palico? Though these cute kitties have some serious competition in Rise, as the Palamute makes their entrance. Loyal and capable canines, Palamutes will join you in your hunt and focus on dishing out even more damage, as well as coordinating with you for some seriously stylish looking combos. You'll even be able to craft cute little armors and weapons for your new furry friend. Palamutes even offer another way for hunters to traverse the map. Hop aboard the most stylish steed you've seen and start drifting those corners like you're sprinting down Mount Akina. The last major addition to the gameplay is the Petal Ace. This trinket worn around your wrist allows you to interact with the endemic wildlife around Kamura Village, providing you with increased health, defense, stamina, and attack for the hunt as you explore each map. That should be all you need to get started, but I'm sure you have more questions, and I'm keen to answer them. Be sure to pop by my stream at twitch.tv/ByNJD to let me know what kind of content you'd like to see next, or just to join us for a hunt. Until next time, I've been ByNJD.